Well, welcome back, my wonderful people, to my channel. If you are new here, you are highly welcome. Please don't forget to do the needful by hitting that subscribe button and smashing the like button right now. It will help this channel grow and you won't miss any of my updates. Now, let's go straight to the gist of the day that everyone is talking about. You saw that headline, right? After court today, what Nnamdi Kanu did immediately after stepping out will shock you. My people, I have done my research and I am here to give you the real-time gist, the inside story, in a way that everyone will understand. So sit back, relax, and let me give you the full details. First of all, you need to understand what happened inside the courtroom today, November 20th, 2025, in Abuja, before we can talk about what happened after. This was the day set for the judgment in Nnamdi Kanu's long-running terrorism case. And let me tell you, the courtroom was tense. So, what exactly happened in court? The day started with a lot of drama. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, was in court. And he decided to represent himself. As the Judge Justice James Omotosho was preparing to deliver the judgment, things took a dramatic turn. Nnamdi Kanu stood up and started challenging the court. He was saying the court has no power or, in legal language, no jurisdiction to try him. He raised his voice and said, and I quote, "Which law states that you can charge me on an unwritten law? Show me. Omotosho, where is the law? Any judgment declared in this court is a complete rubbish." My people, you can imagine the tension in the courtroom. He accused the judge of being biased and of not knowing the law. Because of this unruly behavior, the judge did something drastic. He ordered security agents to remove Nnamdi Kanu from the courtroom. So, the big question is, was the judgment delivered? Yes, my people. The judgment was delivered in Nnamdi Kanu's absence. Justice Omotosho went ahead and convicted Nnamdi Kanu on 5 counts of terrorism charges brought by the federal government. The judge said the court gave Kanu every opportunity to defend himself, but he declined to do so. Now, let's quickly talk about why this case has been so controversial for nearly 10 years. It's important for you to understand the background so you can see the full picture. The long journey. This trial started back in 2015. Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail but fled Nigeria in 2017 after soldiers invaded his home. He was then brought back to Nigeria in 2021 from Kenya in a very controversial way. The governments of Kenya and Nigeria have even been accused of an illegal abduction and rendition. His legal battles. Kanu's lawyers have always argued that the way he was brought back to Nigeria was illegal and that this should stop the trial. They also say he is being tried under a law that has already been repealed, meaning it is no longer a valid law. In fact, just a week before this judgment, Kanu himself went to the Supreme Court to try and stop the judgment from happening. Now, this is where I need you to pay close attention. You remember that shocking headline, "What Nnamdi Kanu did immediately after stepping out will shock you." My people, after all the drama in the courtroom, after being convicted on 5 charges, and after being removed by security, the shocking truth of what happened when Nnamdi Kanu stepped out is this. Based on all the available real-time reports, Nnamdi Kanu did not step out at all. Let me repeat it. He did not walk out of the courtroom a free man. The proceedings continued without him, and he remained in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS. The stepping out was him being removed from the courtroom by security, not him being released. So that headline is what we call a clickbait. It is designed to make you curious, but the reality is different. This is a very big and developing story. A conviction has been made, but this is most likely not the end of the matter. There is a high chance that Kanu's legal team will appeal this judgment to a higher court, just as they have done before. So, the legal battle is set to continue. Now, this leads to a very important question. What happens next in the legal battle? My people, this is far from over. Kanu's legal team has already indicated that they will appeal this judgment all the way to the Supreme Court if they have to. They believe that the court made a mistake by proceeding with the trial especially considering the arguments about the illegal way Kanu was brought back to Nigeria from Kenya. So the gist will continue for a long time. Now, let's have a related talk. This case has sparked a lot of conversations across Nigeria and even internationally. It brings up a very sensitive topic, the issue of secession and the call for Biafra. I want us to look at this calmly and understand the different sides so we can have an intelligent discussion. On one hand, the Nigerian government sees Nnamdi Kanu as a threat to national security. The charges against him include making broadcasts that were designed to incite violence and encouraging people to attack police officers and public facilities. The government's position is that it is simply applying the law to protect the country. On the other hand, Nnamdi Kanu and his supporters, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, see him as a freedom fighter. They believe he is fighting for the rights and self-determination of the Igbo people. They argue that he is being persecuted for his political beliefs, not for any crimes. This is a very deep and emotional issue for many people. It connects to a painful history, the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970, which is a memory that still affects families today. So, when we talk about Nnamdi Kanu, we are not just talking about one man. We are touching on historical wounds and present-day frustrations. But here is my talk to you, my dear viewers. No matter which side of the discussion you find yourself on, it is very important to always seek peace. Violence and hate speech can never build a prosperous nation. We must learn to engage in dialogue and respect the rule of law, even when we disagree. The beauty of our democracy is that there are channels for addressing grievances. The courts are one of those channels. Whether you agree with this particular judgment or not, that the legal process is still ongoing through the appeals. So, my people, what do you think? Do you believe the court made the right decision by convicting Nnamdi Kanu? Or do you think, like his lawyers, that the trial was flawed from the beginning because of how he was arrested in Kenya? Let me know your honest opinion in the comments below. Let's have a respectful and educational conversation. Remember, we can disagree without being disagreeable. And before I continue, if you are just joining us, you are watching the correct analysis. Please help a brother and subscribe to this channel and show your support with a big like on this video. Your subscription helps this community grow and keeps you informed.